Hey guys, I'm back for another video. This time I wanted to talk about something that has really helped me with breastfeeding, keeping a freezer stash, something that is gonna help. I know a lot of mamas out there. So I have, if you don't already know, my name is Heidi and I have a almost 6-month-old little boy. And from the minute he has been born, I have been exclusively breastfeeding. I also have probably about 1,000 ounces, if not more, stashed in my freezer, okay? And I did not just breastfeed and use the pump. I did use the pump as often as I could, but I didn't use it solely. So the freezer stash that I have is, I would say, 50 if not 60% solely based off of this tool right here. This is called a HAAKA. It's a rubber silicone food grade manual breast pump. Now, when I remember when I was pregnant and I was hearing, you know, what to put in your registry and what, you know, what you'll need as a mom. When you think manual breast pump, you're thinking like you're cranking and like it just sounds horrible. Anything pretty much with the word manual in it sounds, you know, very gruesome. And being a first time mom, being exhausted, that was the last thing I was gonna think of. So I wish I would have actually known about this sooner. I didn't actually purchase this and even beginning to use it until my son was almost 2 months old. So I lost a lot. I was able to still pump, you know, traditionally, actually with my LV pump, which I actually have another video reviewing that as well, which I absolutely love. But for the times that I'm not pumping, this was amazing. So there's actually different companies that make this. I know that the HAAKA, H-A-A-K-A brand is what, like, you know, you'll see at Target, you'll see at Best Buy, or not, sorry, not Best Buy, Bye Bye Baby, you'll see, you know, at all the traditional stores. But this actually, so I'm extremely frugal. So I did a lot of research, and if you can't tell, I wish I had the real one with me, but this is actually not by the brand HAAKA. It's actually a different brand, or it's not, it's, I bought it off Amazon. It's a fraction of the price, but it does exactly the same thing, exactly. And you have to excuse if you hear my baby in the background. He's playing around with my husband. Anyhow, so this helped me tremendously get a stash of milk that I can put in my freezer. So again, it's like, I think I bought it for like 12 bucks. It pays off itself literally within, I would say, the same day. So this is how it works, okay? So when you are breastfeeding, and I use this literally every single time, I do not go without it. I actually should buy more. I only have this one. I just religiously use this one. So the way that it works is it has the fluid ounces here. This one has 3 ounces. Now I know that they've come out with like upgraded ones since I've purchased this one. So they have ones with like a section on the bottom. And I will tell you soon how I, because it is obviously top heavy. So I'll show you shortly what I did, you know, to alleviate spillage, because unfortunately that has happened to me. So the way that it works is, you know, you bring your baby and you latch on like usual. It doesn't matter which side, left or right. Now, what you do is with this, you squeeze it to let all the air out, because like I said, it is silicone. And then you flip this top part over. So this is what it's gonna look like, okay? Now I'm just gonna use my arm to show you. So you put this onto your nipple. So the biggest thing, that this is also another tip too, is make sure that your nipple is not touching. So if it's pressed up against in any way, shape, or form, and it's blocking the hole that obviously the milk comes out of, it's not gonna work as well. So you wanna make sure, and you can, you know, you can play with it even still to this day at 6 months. My baby's almost 6 months. I'll put it on, I'll release it, and I'll look down at it and it's wrong. And I just take it off real quick, put it back on. You know, it takes literally 2 seconds. So squeeze it like this. It'll be like this. Fold it over. Put this up where your nipple's gonna be. And as you can see, it's still, all the air's still out. And like that. And it suctions on, okay? Now it'll stay on there. While it stays on, now obviously this isn't like the best. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. So that's what it's gonna look like when it's on your breast, okay? So it's not gonna move or anything. Now, when it's on your breast, the milk will just flow out. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to do anything. The milk is automatically, it's called your letdown. It will automatically drip down in here. I can usually collect, on average, at least 2 ounces. So if you put into counter, even if you're not pumping, if you're feeding every hour, every 2 hours, you're getting 2 ounces every time. And I've actually seen mamas get more. They can even fill this up. They sell actually another size that has, I believe, 4 or 5 ounces on it. But if you can fill this up, and this is 3 ounces, you would get, I mean, just every bag is 6 ounces, every breast milk bag. So you could get 1 whole bag in just 2 feedings instead of sitting there pumping on top of it. I mean, you're not doing anything. You're already sitting there feeding. You're not doing anything extra. It is doing all the work for you, okay? Once you're done with it, you just, and like I said, it's very, very flexible. So you can just, I just go like this and pour it right into the bag, or pour it right into a bottle if you need to, if you're on the go, or if you have somebody that's watching, you know, a husband or whoever wants to feed him or her, you can just pour this right into it and you're ready to go. Now, one thing that I would say is that, because like I said, mentioned earlier, it is top heavy. So if you set it down, very easily it can fall over. And I could not imagine losing that milk. Unfortunately, I can't believe how many times I've thought about that happening, and it scares the living heck out of me. So what I did was, they have the new ones where it comes with a suction. I think they are a few dollars more. So if you're not wanting to, you know, to spend the money, if you're on a budget, or you just want to try it out at first, just use a mug, okay? So this is what I do. I just put, and I'm obsessed with Haakaa, if you can't tell. I just put like a coffee mug by my bed. And then what you do is, when the milk's in there, you can just pop it right in there and it won't move. It won't fall over. It's in there. So that's one way that you can make sure that you save your milk and that it doesn't fall over. Another thing that I suggest, because it is hard to clean, because it's quite narrow, if you use like a regular sponge, even like any type of dishwashing utensil, it's kind of hard to like really get in there and clean it. If you already have a bottle cleaner, a bottle scrub, and this is something you can buy anywhere. They have different brands. I just bought, this is I think $2, $3 on clearance at Bye Bye Baby. But any type of bottle brush, you will need that, because you'll want to get in there and actually be able to clean that out. But yes, so again, this is amazing. It's, like I said, I got it on Amazon for I think like $12 or $13. It helped me tremendously. I cannot tell you, I have, without even using my LV actual breast pump, I was able to keep a huge freezer stash, because I was saving at least 24 ounces a day just by this. Because every single time I went to go nurse, every single time I go to feed, and I still do to this very day, I put this on the opposite boob that isn't being in use. So again, can't say anything enough. Does all the work for you. You don't have to think anything. The only thing you have to do is empty and clean it, and that's it. Again, just highly recommend using a mug or glass. Doesn't have to be a mug, just anything that is big enough and that's stable that you can just pop that in there and set it on the side until, you know, you either drop the milk or wash it until it's for your next use. And you can take it literally anywhere. It doesn't take up any room. As you can see, here's my hand. It's not even the size of my hand. So you can put it in the diaper bag if you're, you know, if you go somewhere and you want to nurse, you can take it anywhere. So yes, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to help you. Again, I apologize about he's having so much fun and he's starting to learn his voice. Have any comments, you know, let me know, ask away. Also, like this video if this was helpful for you. Subscribe if you're new here. And until next time, mamas, I'll talk to you again.